Jim, what did you say to them after that one?
Well, listen, obviously we're all extremely disappointed of having lost the game. You know, I think the 2 goals that we concede, you know, very similar to Saturday's goal, very avoidable, and ones that we should be able to defend better. You know, we need to be more ruthless in both boxes, quite simply. You know, again tonight we've created some decent opportunities, we've got into some good areas, and sometimes that final ball was just all that was lacking. So, you know, we're extremely disappointed to lose the game. We wanted, you know, the first game here in front of the fans this season. We wanted to give them something to cheer about and to, you know, to show them all that we're pulling in the right direction. And unfortunately tonight we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with the goals that we conceded. So we have to learn from these mistakes that we're making this early on and make sure that these kind of errors don't happen when the league campaign comes around, because we can't afford to be dropping points to avoidable goals.
Do you think it's going to be a difficult ask to get out of the group now?
I think we need to be realistic. You know, I don't think too many teams have ever got out of the group with 6 points. Obviously, you know, we certainly won't have enough to win the group with 6 points, and I think there'll be, you know, runners up with more than that come the end of the group stages. So I think we need to be realistic about it. But that being said, we're not going to throw the towel in. You know, we have to restore some pride. It's not been the start that any of us have wanted. You know, the players have been working extremely hard in the last month to get themselves fit and to get that sharpness back after the break. And you know, I just said that to them in there. All that hard work and all that commitment and effort that they're giving on the training pitch, it counts for nothing if we don't go and put it into good practice here in front of the fans, because ultimately that's all the fans and the public get to see. So I can't say, you know, that we lost the game tonight because of a lack of fight or a lack of effort. You know, I think we played some really good football at times. You know, I think people can see what we're trying to do in terms of building from the back and trying to play through the midfield and trying to get balls wide. And you know, we're just lacking that little bit of creativity at the moment. But it is important, I think, to remind ourselves that there's a lot of new faces here in the group. You know, we've signed 6 new players. We've promoted a lot of young players from the academy who we believe are good enough now to step up, and I think a few of those kids tonight, you know, Kai Fotheringham, I thought Archie Meekson coming on the second half, I thought were excellent. So, you know, we have to learn from the mistakes that we've made in the last 2 games. You know, we've conceded 3 very poor goals from our point of view, and yes, we have to get better and become more clinical in front of goal at the other end.
Will it maybe give you a chance on Saturday to use some of the players that haven't got as many minutes as you would have liked throughout pre-season?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've tried to be fair to the group in the last 2 games and during the pre-season in the games that we played. You know, it's not about a starting 11. You know, it's about the squad. At the end of the day, it's the squad that's going to take us to where we want to get to this season, and it's you know, it's always about the group. So, you know, we made changes tonight from Saturday's team. You know, some of them not performance related, some of them, you know, just to freshen things up. Still very early days in pre-season. Obviously, Tony Watt started his 2nd game. He's only 8 weeks after operation, so we're trying to be sensible with Tony. Louis Mole, you know, played 45 minutes tonight as well. We need to try and get him as many minutes as well. So, you know, we're trying to get the guys up to speed as quickly as possible, but without running the risk of picking up any needless injuries at this stage of the season. So Saturday, you know, the starting 11 Saturday will be different again from the team that started tonight. But I don't think the changes that we make to the personnel, you know, shouldn't weaken the team. I think we've got a very good squad here. Unfortunately, we haven't, you know, been able to show that with wins in the last couple of games, but I do believe in the group that we've put together, and I do, you know, believe it's still very early days. We are very much a work in progress, and we will only improve given time.